Okay, so I'm being told I have to show ID?
Yes.
Okay.
You want me to explain to you why?
I'm setting up my yard sale for first thing in the morning.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not doing anything illegal, I'm not doing anything wrong.
Right. So
I have to be doing something illegal for you to get my ID.
Actually, you're in a public place.
Yes,
Okay?
exactly.
And it is currently 1:15 in the morning.
Okay.
Okay.
It's public accessible area on private property. Yeah.
Right. In a known high crime area.
Okay.
Okay. And all I'm doing is trying to make sure that you guys can be here.
Okay, then you can run my tags if you want, but...
How do I know that those are your cars?
Okay, either way, I'm not giving up my rights.
I'm not asking you to give up your rights.
Yeah, I'm not giving up my ID.
I have a legal justification to be here.
Okay.
Okay.
Then we're going to have an issue because I'm not giving up my ID.
Okay. Central 41, go ahead and start me another unit down here.
I've already got messed with like a few weeks ago here in the middle of the night.
Was it me that did it?
I don't know.
Okay, it wasn't.
Okay. Either way, I'm not doing anything illegal. Dude, if I'm not doing anything illegal, you don't have a right to harass me.
I'm not harassing you.
Oh, that's what they said that other night when they stopped me, took my ID, held me up when I was just trying to get home that night.
Okay.
Yeah, that's harassment.
It's not harassment.
When you're holding me up when I'm doing nothing wrong.
How do I know that you're not doing anything wrong?
How do you know?
I'm the police. People lie to me all the time.
Okay, so even if it's the middle of the day and I'm out here, the same thing could be happening in the middle of the day. You don't have probable cause in the middle of the day or at nighttime.
I do have probable cause.
Yeah, if it looks like I'm suspicious of doing something illegal. I'm not suspicious of doing anything illegal. How do you know I am? How do you know I am?
How do I don't know?
You got to have evidence or some kind of proof that I'm doing something illegal.
It's called reasonable suspicion.
Yes, okay, and what's your reasonable suspicion? Just because I'm out in the middle of the night?
In the morning,
right,
in
okay.
a high crime area.
High crime area, come on now. What, Altus? Altus is a high crime area?
All the time.
Yes, I know. Oh, I know. There was a truck stolen from here a few weeks ago.
Okay.
You remember that report?
So now you're making my own point.
Oh, I'm making your point. Dude, shit gets stolen from everywhere all the time, day and night.
Right.
Okay. It's not illegal to be out at night. Just because you're out at night doesn't mean you can get ID'd at all times.
Man, I've got a reason to talk to you.
No, you don't. I'm pulling stuff out, laying stuff on tables for a yard sale in the morning. It's obvious what I'm doing. You should be able to move along, man.
I should be able to, but I can't because you won't comply with what I'm asking.
It ain't about complying. It's about giving up my rights and let me move along. Let me do what I'm doing.
You're just arguing to argue. I'm going to wait till
okay, we're going to see what happens.
And then we'll handle it.
Okay, we'll see.
Okay?
We'll see. What's your name, officer?
I'm Sergeant Trey Fulton.
Sergeant Trey Fulton.
Yep.
Badge number?
41.
41. Thank you. Okay. I mean, once you get here and you see that we're not doing anything actually suspicious, there's no point to keep messing with us. Is it a power trip or something?
Nope.
Okay, well...
just doing my job.
Yeah, but you should not step on people's rights.
I'm not stepping on rights.
When people ain't doing nothing wrong, you're stepping on my rights.
I'm not arguing.
You're holding me up. I should be getting shit done and going and putting yard sale signs out.
And I should be doing other things.
So when I'm driving around tonight putting yard sale signs out, I'm probably going to keep getting stopped. It's ridiculous. If I'm doing something illegal or suspicious, you should be able to stop me. If I'm not doing anything wrong and it's obvious what I'm doing.
I've explained to you why I'm here.
Okay.
And that we have reasonable suspicion to be doing something.
Reasonable suspicion. I'm at my storage units.
Are
my locks cut? Is that lock cut? Is that other lock cut? Run my tags. Run my tags. They both go to the same person.
How do I know that those are your vehicles?
They both go to the same person. Oh, so one person let me borrow two of their vehicles. Okay.
She drove one.
Regardless, it doesn't matter, dude. You can make shit up out of thin air.
Listen,
do you have evidence?
I'm not arguing with you.
You don't have...
I've asked for identification.
Okay.
And I can justify why I have.
And I'm going to go to jail for not showing ID.
Yeah.
That should be a secondary offense. Secondary offense.
Secondary offense of what?
Exactly. ID can't be a first offense. It has to be a secondary offense.
No.
Yes.
I have a reason to be here.
Okay, then that's fine. You could stop and see what I'm doing and say hi, goodbye.
And I tried that. And I also asked
you don't have to. You can't ask for my ID, or you can.
I can.
I don't have to give it up.
Yes, you do.
Not if I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm at my storage units, not doing anything wrong. I got tables set up out here. I'm setting up for the morning for a yard sale.
I'm not arguing with you.
Okay, I'm not arguing with you either. I'm standing up for my rights, and I'm going to make a YouTube video out of this, just like thousands of other people do.
Right.
Right. And you'll learn that you can't just step on people's rights just because they're out at 1 o'clock in the morning. Just because somebody's out at 1 o'clock in the morning doesn't mean you can.
I'm not stepping on your rights, buddy.
You can only get ID if you suspect them of a crime.
Yeah.
Yeah. What crime?
I don't know.
Exactly. You don't know.
You're out at 1 o'clock in
You
the
don't,
morning
dude.
at storage building.
Suspicion of a crime isn't I don't know.
I don't know that this stuff in here isn't stolen.
Okay. Start looking it over. Start taking pictures. Do what you got to do. My units are open for you.
So you're giving us consent.
I'm giving you consent to stand outside and take pictures.
Well, that isn't what you just said.
What did I just say? What did I just say?
You told me that I could
said
go through
no. I said my units are open. You could take pictures. I didn't say you can walk in them. Come on now. Dude, you're giving me a hard time for no damn reason. This is ridiculous. 4 cop cars showing up. I'm setting up tables for a yard sale. Okay. Okay. It's ridiculous that you're going there.
Stay here for a minute. I'm talking fast.
Okay. We all getting ready to do
Yard sale this
yard
weekend.
sale?
Yeah.
Okay. I assume here.
It's
from
too.
the
It's
picnic table?
it's too much to do in the morning. To do everything in the morning. So we're gonna camp out here overnight.
Okay. Well, like I said,
It ain't the first-
the reason why he's here because it's
Okay.
1 o'clock in the morning. You got
This is gonna be
very few very few we get people coming out and
But this happens to us almost
no,
every
not
time.
almost. This happened to us a few weeks ago.
okay here.
We've actually yes here as we were leaving here one night we were closing up after a yard sale, and we were pulling out as we were moving.
Like I'm just trying to tell you why he stopped. It's 1 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
There's, anybody's gonna stop and talk and talk to him and make sure ain't nothing.
This is about the
ain't
fifth
nothing going on.
in past what
'Cause,
2 or 3 months. This is the 5th time that we've camped out here overnight. It ain't the first time we've camped out here
Was it the
overnight.
first time that someone's come up and talked to you about it?
First time that somebody's come up and talked to us. There was a one night, like I said, after our yard sale. It took us. We were just taking forever to put everything up because we were tired from that weekend, and it was like 12 o'clock, 12:30 at night. We got in the van, put it in drive, started moving. And right when I started moving, I looked over and seen a cop going by. And I was like, oh, there goes a cop. And all of a sudden I seen his brake lights come on. And I was like, oh, he's going to turn around, come see what we're up to. Sure enough, he turned around. By the time we looped around and got to the front, he was already up there with his police lights on.
Okay. And
like,
you got the keys for that lock? Okay.
Same lock right over there for that one.
Got you. Like I said, the reason why we're making contact because it's 1 o'clock in the morning. That's the reason for making contact. Like I don't know. I just.
But once it's
and
evident what we're doing, once it's evident what we're doing, it should be all right. Y'all have a great night.
We've mentioned it.
Be safe.
Well, like I said, I wasn't here for the very.
If there's actual suspicion, like okay, something's not right here, then I could see you getting my ID. But it's obvious what we're doing. You can run my tags. Both come back to me. But it's a matter of giving up my ID. I'm already being harassed right now. I'm being slowed down from trying to do what we're doing. I've still got yard sale signs to put up.
It's a long night.
Oh,
It's been a long day. We just got back from Lawton after a doctor appointment with my daughter.
I got you.
Actually, it's been
I don't know why this thing's all blurry all of a sudden. Oh, there it is.
Y'all from around here? From Altus? Okay.
went to school here and everything.
Okay.
Well, he didn't, but I did.
Gotcha.
I moved up after Hurricane Katrina
Okay.
originally.
New Orleans born and raised? Or?
No, down on the Mississippi coast.
You accumulated a lot of stuff over the years.
I actually grew up in Louisiana, but huh?
This ain't even,
I say you accumulated a lot of
this
stuff
ain't even
over the years.
half of it.
Yeah, we own 2 houses here in Altus,
2 properties,
and
3 units.
well, we don't own the units, but we
No.
rent the units.
But we found a bug and got addicted to buying auction units and stuff like that.
Yeah, I always thought that would be nice, but
So if we have stuff that's
my dad would.
pricey over there, and then we got
Yard sale stuff on this
grocery
side.
over here. Trying to organize.
My dad would be too much of a hoarder to get rid of. He'd accumulate, but I don't know if he'd get rid of those. He got the
Yeah,
bunch
you
of-
accumulate quicker
I
than
don't
you
like to call
sell,
it
though.
junk, but
Well, one man's junk is another man's treasure,
That's-
and there's a lot of people that do a lot of arts and crafts lately.
a lot of refurbishing furniture.
Mm-hmm.
see some people make some good money through that. Refurbishing furniture and stuff like that. So.
Oh yeah, we sell a lot of things that people look for. Like we sell stuff, something for everybody, literally. We enjoy it. We have fun doing it. For the most part.
Yeah, the camera don't like all the lights too much.
They're bright. I kind of just distort some of the stuff. They're so freaking bright.
Yeah.
I don't even bother doing anything with my phone. Smash my screen or my camera. What's even the point?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Peter. We got you identified. I'm good with that.
Okay.
Okay?
Like I said, you can run the tags.
But
and
what saves you is this officer here knows you. He's
This
talked
one
to
here
you
or that
before.
one?
This one. He recognized you. Okay? All I'm doing is trying to do my job, man.
I understand,
And
man,
protect
and I have no problem,
everybody.
and I appreciate you keeping an eye out on this place. I really do.
Right.
But however, when it's like I said, when it's evident what we're doing, and there's literally no suspicion that we're doing anything wrong.
But there is suspicion.
No, just being out here isn't suspicion in
No,
itself.
that in and of itself is not.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Now let me finish explaining because
Okay.
I understand where you're trying to go. And I want you to see it from my side too.
Okay.
Okay? We're out all hours of the night. Okay? I don't know you. I've never contacted you before in my life.
Okay.
I've never contacted you as far as I know either because you don't look familiar. Okay? I'm new to this shift and I'm not used to everybody being out at night that's always out at night.
Okay.
Okay? Whenever I see people out here, I even told you whenever I walked up, the locks don't look cut. And they don't.
All right.
Okay? But that doesn't mean that there isn't other criminal activity afoot.
Okay.
All right?
And what did you observe that looked suspicious that could have been criminal activity afoot? Besides
People
just
out at
being
2 o'clock in the morning.
that
Hold
alone?
on. Let me get
Okay.
through
I'm
it,
sorry,
man.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't
keep
interrupt you.
jumping on top
No,
of me
before
whenever
that,
it's
I
time to
didn't interrupt you
explain
that
you
whole time. I
things.
let you talk that whole time. I didn't interrupt you.
I know.
Go ahead.
But then whenever I go to give you an answer
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
that you don't always agree with, you jump on top of me.
Okay.
All right? So, it's out here, 1:15, 1:30 now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Okay.
I'm not used to you, you're not used to me. I'm not used to seeing people down here at all. I can tell you over my, however long I've been here at Altus now, that these storage units have been broke into numerous times.
Mm-hmm.
Numerous times.
Like I said, I heard about the truck getting stolen a few weeks ago.
Right? I hadn't heard about that.
In fact, one of these storage units was actually broken through and rifled down on the back side.
That's what.
Thank
There's a
you.
guy who's here like every day, and he told me I think it was his family,
Yeah, it was one
So
of
that's
his.
why
his,
he's out
his
here.
dad or somebody.
That's why
And I
he's
understand
out.
that, but like I said, once it's evident that I'm not doing anything wrong, you see that
okay.
I'm setting up tables and putting stuff on tables.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Well, one of the other things, I don't know you. I don't know that these vehicles are registered to you.
Okay.
Okay? I've never seen you before. And even though you're telling me that they are,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know you. I can't put two and two together. Okay? It's an investigative skill. That's why when everybody else starts showing up, we start going, hey, do y'all know these people? Yes. Okay, cool. Yes, these vehicles are his.
I still.
Okay.
Okay. I'm sorry.
So it was a long ways around to do something that if you would have just done what I asked to do, I'd have been out of here. And then these last 10 minutes, you could have been doing what you wanted to be doing. And I could be doing what I wanted to be doing.
Okay. If I felt it was reasonable, I would have gave you my ID. But I don't. I don't
But
feel
it's not
reasonable.
your job to determine reasonability.
Okay. Well, if I determine that there's nothing suspicious,
Well,
that
if
should
that's
be
the case, every criminal is going to say, I wasn't doing anything.
And they say that
But it's our job.
just
through our
being
training
2
and
o'clock and just being 1:30 in the morning doesn't constitute anything. There's people that work all night. There's people that get off in the middle of the
we
night.
work all night.
Right. There's people that go to their storage units after work in the middle of the night. We just happen to be setting up for a yard sale tomorrow.
Right.
And it ain't the first time. We've camped out here 4 or 5 times already in the past 2 or 3 months.
Okay.
And this is the first time we've gotten messed with while camping out,
Okay.
while setting up in the middle of the night.
Well,
I can
can't
assure
speak-
you that every time of the night that we see somebody out here, we're making contact with them.
Okay.
You know.
I have no problem with
Whether or not
contact,
that's
but
good or bad, I'm just saying, you know.
I have no problem with
But it's
contact,
not,
but I've
you know,
watched enough videos on YouTube
Of
to,
course,
and I'm not saying YouTube is an educational deal, but you watch video after video, you kind of
Right.
get, you catch on to things and you figure things out, and you figure out that
But
if you're,
something else that you have to remember is not all those YouTube videos are made in Oklahoma. And
No.
every state has
I know,
different
and
laws.
I know, and I've
And the
made
burden
sure
of
to
proof
know that,
changes
but
from
I've
place
made
to
sure
place.
I've made sure to know, I've made sure that you still can't get my ID if there's no reasonable suspicion that a crime is occurring.
But there is reasonable suspicion.
There's no suspicion once you see that there's no suspicion.
But there is suspicion.
Just being out here isn't suspicion. Just being out here
I
isn't
see what you're
suspicion.
trying to say.
Man, I think this is gonna be a good video, and I'm
And
not.
it
Y'all
may.
ain't bad guys, so don't.
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna catch any slack over it.
I'm not worried about it. I mean, my career can handle it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
But when push comes to shove, I can articulate it all day.
Okay.
I spoke to the other officers. They're right there with me. We can
Just
articulate it all day.
Maybe y'all should watch some YouTube videos and then realize
That's
that.
the thing, though.
I'm
a lot
too
of
busy
those
working,
people
bro.
making those videos,
Uh-huh.
they don't know squat.
Yeah, but you don't want to
they read
accidentally step
some
on someone's rights one day.
Sovereign right,
But I wouldn't accidentally stepping on
misinformation.
rights.
No, it's constitutional rights, man. Sovereign rights, it's constitutional rights, period.
Well, a lot of those people that make those YouTube videos are what's called sovereign citizens, and they believe that they're free inhabitants and all sorts of nonsense.
And you know what
One
I
thing
hear?
You have to understand, we're trained in the constitutional law.
Mhm.
So
I would hope so, yeah.
when we see something that doesn't add up, that's out of the normal, in a facility that there's been several break-ins, and you've even said that there's been break-ins here recently, there is reasonable suspicion that there could be criminal activity afoot. So refusing to identify could land you in the county jail.
Reasonable suspicion in the moment, not just the fact of.
No,
That's like just saying, oh, it's a drug
it's
area.
totality of the circumstances. We can argue this all night.
I understand, and I was
And
going
I
to
can tell
say,
you this: if this officer decided to take you to jail for failing to identify because you've extended and obstructed his investigation into it, we'd be good as day taking you to the county,
Yeah.
putting you in for obstruction, misdemeanor offense, by you making something that could have been a 2-minute thing out to be 20 minutes.
yeah, in small town Oklahoma, I probably would have been found guilty and had the book thrown at me. You're right, but
I don't know why it goes.
But I'm not trying to take freedom away from you
right.
by any means. I'm just trying to do my job.
And on the note before with the sovereign citizen thing, a lot of times the cops are looked at as the sovereign citizens. I mean, really, y'all get away with a whole lot of stuff that we don't. Y'all can, when the speed limit's 65, y'all can do, and you see somebody doing 75, y'all can do 100 miles an hour to go chase down that person that was doing 10
It's
over.
in the course of our duties.
Right, but I'm just saying,
Because
that gives y'all
can't
basically
catch
sovereign.
somebody going
Protected by
75.
statute.
Yeah. Everything we do and operate is within state statute.
Now, I can't go chasing people down in my personal vehicle on my time off.
Right, obviously.
Yeah, because it's in the course of our duties.
I understand that, but I mean, we're all the same humans, and we're all driving on the same roads. And
Right.
it is what it
Same
is. but-
humans, different opinions, different mindsets.
Right. And I think a lot of times stuff gets lost because people can't have a conversation about a disagreement. Plain and simple. So, all right. Well, y'all carry on with what you're doing. Good luck with your yard sale. I hope it brings you all kinds of income.
Enough money to pay the bills at least.
Right.
Y'all have a good night.
At least keep the storage buildings.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Stay
All right.
safe. Have a good
Y'all
night.
Have a good one.
You too.